Hello, this is Jake Light, Gaming Light to Service. We're once again back from our stream today. I hope everyone's having a good morning, a good afternoon, and a good evening. Sleeping soon, hope you have good rest, and see you when I see you. So yes, today is another day of Ace Attorney. Ace Attorney. I hope everyone's excited for this one, another session, because I'm excited. Continue. So I'm gonna do a lot more funny voices and all that. Also, I should be doing this if it works. Just plug it in like that. Oh, don't work. Working. You're working. Work. Oh no. Gonna work or not? Can I work or not? Oh no, I'm wasting time. Wait, I'm gonna pause the recording. Okay, it works. All right. We just adjust myself a tiny bit. So hello, welcome to another session. Apologize if I was like setting things up. Oh no, I'm very bright. Really, yeah, that's the thing I was like trying to set up earlier. Making sure that I'm not too bright. Like this bright. Need to fix that. And we cannot too bad. This would be good. I hope this is good enough. Yes. Without further ado, we shall do this. Alright, no, don't want to waste any more time, but we're gonna continue episode 2 of the first game. Let's do it. Episode 2, Turnabout Airlines. What's gonna be happening in the airlines? I wonder. Totally nothing. Nobody's gonna die, right? Murder that occurred in my office. The return of the great thief Yatagarasu. Thinking back, everything began on that fateful day 2 days ago. 2 days earlier. Oh, something happened earlier. Okay. This is prequel. I'm reverse. Go you. Go yo or go you? Yes, everything began high up in the air, 9,000 feet in the air to be precise. Thank you for flying GoU Airlines. We are currently experiencing some slight turbulence. We are asking all passengers to please return to their seats and fasten their seatbelts. Someone got smacked in the back. Oh, it's me. It's Ashworth. March 12, 6:13 a.m. Flight G390, first floor lounge. Yeah, some nice animation going on. Why do I feel like I just woke up from a horrible nightmare? 6:13, huh? Guess I was out cold for about 10 minutes. Slight turbulence indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, we are currently experiencing some slight turbulence. For your safety, we ask that you all return to your seats and fasten your seatbelts. I suppose turbulence is to be expected on a flight. Though admittedly, I'm less than comfortable with anything resembling earthquakes. Oops. What's this? A travel wallet? But it's not mine. How did someone else's travel wallet wind up in my pocket? Ah, my head. I want this hair to go away. It's as if someone hit me behind the head or something. I'll take care of this travel wallet later, or hand it off to an attendant. Ah, from earthquake-like turbulence to an elevator. Oh yeah, Ashwood has a phobia of earthquakes and elevators. What am I doing hesitating like this? Actually, I know full well why I hesitate. It was when I was still but a young child. I was caught up in a murder that happened in an elevator. But how long am I going to let my past haunt me? It's just an elevator. I'm a grown man now. I need to behave like one. What in the world happened? Is there something wrong, sir? I must ask that you please return to your seat. He's dead! Please calm down. We mustn't jump to conclusions without all the facts. What's wrong? Did something happen? You murderer! What? No! You have it all wrong. Okay. Oh no. We're how do you say? Cuffed? March 12, 6:41 a.m. Flight G390, second floor, first class. Damn, we're getting first class treatment as a suspect. Everyone, I'm so sorry to interrupt, but I have an important announcement. I'm one of your flight attendants today, Rhoda Teniro. Rhoda Teniro? It's supposed to be a pun for something? Teniro. I have no idea. Unfortunately, we have just had a minor accident on this flight. Accident? Don't treat us like we're stupid. I caught a glimpse that it was a murder. What? A murder? Let's get on with this flight. Everyone, please calm down. There's no reason to panic. This flight will stay on course and make its scheduled landing. We are still currently in the middle of a rough patch of turbulence. So until we are out of this area of turbulence, I ask that you please remain seated. Someone was killed. I mean, what about a killer? Let me off! Please, there is no need to feel threatened. We have already apprehended a culprit. That's a pretty big giant book of law. I ask that everyone please remain calm. What the heck is he talking about? Why should we remain calm? My name is Miles Edgeworth. I'm a prosecutor, and I assure you I am not the killer. Being a prosecutor doesn't make you incapable of murder, buddy. Now you listen here. I'm not the killer. I simply found the body. So you say. However, I'm sure that you are the perpetrator of this crime. I swear on my honor as a professional flight attendant. Oh, is that right? I know what I saw. And there's even very strong, incriminating evidence to back me up. What kind of incriminating evidence is she talking about? We've already alerted the proper authorities at our destination. Until we land, we will remain in our custody by the powers vested in our captain. I'm very sorry, but please understand our situation. Your situation? I'm more concerned with mine and the direction it's going in. Not about to just sit idly by while I get accused of murder. Miss Teniro, is it? Yes? I was wondering if you might give me a chance. A chance to do what? A chance to plead my case. And a chance to ask what you meant by incriminating evidence just now. to accuse a passenger of such grave crime without allowing him to give a proper defense. One professional flight attendant inside of you really call this action righteous. Is flight attendant supposed to be some kind of like lawyer? I don't think so. Or like a law enforcer. You have a point. Very well. I'll listen to what you have to say. But be wary of what you reveal. I'm afraid you only look even more suspicious if your explanation fails to satisfy. I also do not have the time to deal with you all day, so please make it quick. Of course, as you wish. Good. Very well then. Let's get started. I know for a fact that I didn't kill that man in the elevator. What I don't know is what sort of evidence she has up her sleeve. But I'm certain it doesn't fit with how the crime really occurred. Immediately we're doing an argument. Testimony. What Miss Denier saw. I swear to tell the whole truth as a professional flight attendant. Unfortunately for you, Mr. Edgeworth, I'm certain you are the killer. The scene I saw in front of the elevator. It was you, standing there, with fresh blood dripping off the murder weapon. So, if you would please cooperate, I'll turn you over just as soon as we land. That's some bullshit. I already have this many stuff. Picked up on the floor in front of the elevator is my who is it? What I found at 6:50 AM inside the elevator stop at the floor. There's money and there's a thing with some blood on it. Yeah. Okay. Then there's this. Wait, that's the flight attendant on the for all your dietary needs. Best restaurant in the skies, featuring items from the birds' finest restaurants. Treat yourself. Blah 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 blah. Flight itinerary. What happens in 6:15 though? What's the pink color for? Means there's something going on. There's a drink going on at that time. There's a drink and also a movie going on. Meal is like 2 hours ago. All times shown in correspondence to our departure time zone. Okay, for choosing Go U Airlines, we wish you have a pleasant flight. If you require nothing really important. License to love, maim. Suspense, hardball, action, blah blah blah. Nothing important. I don't think you could ask for a more perfect witness testimony. Don't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? Not really. It's hardly perfect when there's a gaping hole in it. What Mr. Neil saw. Alright, let's see. This is not really full. It's the one with, I believe, talking about evidence. Let's press this.
Hold it!
A murder weapon dripping with blood? Really now? I swear that was a grisly scene I saw before me. Thank goodness it wasn't the passenger who saw, or there'd be widespread panic now. As I recall, you were quite panicked yourself at the time. Excuse me? You were scared enough to misread the situation and accuse me of murder. Nonsense. Professional flight attendants cannot afford to be flustered. I witnessed the murder scene and am now listening to your defense, all with a smile. A very forced smile. Apparently, you also lie with a smile on your face. So I need to like present something?
Hold it!
Not that one. Yes? What do you see in front of the elevator? That's what I just about to tell you, Mr. Edgeworth. Framed by the elevator doors and bathed in the light of light coming from within. Okay. I guess I'll present the wallet.
Objection!
I guess. Miss Teniro. Oh, what is it with that yelling all of a sudden? Ugh, force of habit. Well, it doesn't matter. Miss Teniro, you say you saw the murder weapon dripping with blood. Is that correct? Yes? All that blood. Drip, drip, drip. Just recalling that scene sends a chill down my spine. Sorry, but your so-called professional flight attendant training has failed you. What? I'd like to direct your attention to this. Do you know what this is? It's a travel wallet, right? But it looks a little big and bulky. The thing you saw me holding when I discovered the dead body in the elevator. It's this very travel wallet, Miss Teniro. What? Impossible! Now then, do you still think I am the killer? That I killed him with a travel wallet? I saw blood dripping from the wallet. I know I did. As you can see, this wallet is clearly stained. But if you would be so kind as to take a whiff, I think you agree it's only grape juice. Then... That's right. You mistook grape juice for blood. A murder weapon dripping with blood does not, in fact, exist. No! There, that should clear up that pesky accusation. Well, wait just a sec. That is... I mean, even a wallet could be deadly if it was wrapped around something heavy. I demand that you show me what's inside, please. She's trembling, and attacked on please at the end. Sounds like I've got her. There's no need to look inside. Even you can tell from its appearance that it's light. No, I can't be sure of anything until I see the contents of that wallet for myself. She's a persistent one. I suppose we have no choice but to see what's inside. Miss Teniro, if you would be so kind as to open the wallet and check its content for me. Alright, I usually don't pry into passengers' belongings, but I have no choice here. Alright, let's open it up. There's a passport. Republic of Borginia. Hey, Borginia returns. It seems that this passport is all that's in here. As you saw, there's nothing but a passport inside. This renders your wallet was the murder weapon argument moot. Wouldn't you agree? Please hear me out, Mr. Edgeworth. What is it now? Well, I was wondering, whose passport is it exactly? Can I take a look? Why not? I'm rather curious myself. Dun, dun, dun. This is as I thought. This travel wallet belonged to Mr. Agby Hicks. I don't understand the pun. Agby Hicks? I don't know. Is it like a death phrase? Like ack! Hey! And I don't know. I'm grasping at nothing. Which makes it the victim's property. It's from Borginia. You stole the victim's wallet, didn't you? How dare you? You said it yourself. You claimed to be holding this wallet in your hands when I found you. Perhaps I did misconstrue the wallet for a murder weapon. It seems that I wasn't wrong about who the culprit is. Okay. That's a very bullshit logic. As you claim, the murder weapon is not the travel wallet. However, it is something you stole from Mr. Hicks after you were done with a vile deed. I find it hard to believe myself, but your motive was very simple. So, do I get to examine more of them? I guess not. That's just the grape juice. You were out to steal Mr. Hicks' money, weren't you? So even though I didn't have the murder weapon on me, you still suspect me, I see. You stood up at the crime scene with the victim's wallet in your hands. How can I turn a blind eye and not suspect you of foul play? As you claim, the murder weapons are not the travel wallet. However, it is something... Okay, wait, I'm dumb. My brain is just like automatically read the thing. So that we're done with the vile deed. Find hard to believe myself, but your motive was very simple. But still mistakes money, weren't you? I feel like I can just present the wallet again.
Objection!
There's no money inside it. I wonder if I might get a word in, Miss Teniro. What is it now? Miss Teniro, I wonder if you noticed the contradiction within your own testimony. What are you talking about? Simply put, as you saw with your own eyes, the only thing inside Mr. Hicks' wallet was his passport. If I really was after his money, then why would I steal a penniless travel wallet? But that's right, Mr. Edgeworth. You didn't know it was empty when you stole it. You would like to think that, but that's not possible. What do you mean it's not possible? There's no way the killer didn't know that the wallet was empty to begin with. Oh, what makes you so sure? How can I show her that the killer knew the wallet to be empty from the get-go? Yep, this one.
Take that!
If you would recall the crime scene, I'll admit that wallet was probably not empty at the time of the murder. It's pretty evident by the bills and cards strewn around the inside of the elevator. Oh no! I think you've come to realize the problem with your logic. I would surmise that the victim's wallet fell out during their struggle. That's when its contents emptied onto the floor of the elevator. I doubt the killer could have missed such an occurrence. Then, you're saying? Yes. According to your supposition, if I were the killer, I would have been going after a wallet I knew to be empty. And since I clearly was not attempting to gather the scattered money, it renders your argument of theft completely invalid. Forgive me, please. Hey, what the heck? Are you saying that is wrong? The guy is a killer?
Don't believe it. Everyone is a trick.
Will you all please be quiet? Miss Teniro. Yes? You lost your cool when you saw the dead body. Plus, the lounge was dark. Looking into the light from the elevator, it's easy to see how you mistook the wallet in my hand for the murder weapon. I take no offense that you thought that I was the killer. Mr. Edgeworth, thank you for releasing me. Beep beep boop boop beep beep boop 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 boop. What is it now? Beep beep boop boop boop. It's Borginian language, probably. I recognize the symbols. Miss Teniro, if you could please translate, I'd be much obliged. It sounds like Borginian, but I don't understand any of it. There's another attendant of this flight who... Oh, what voice you had to give this Borginian? I said that he is giving the runabout. I don't require an interpreter. I speak English as well. See, you attended. Yes, sir. I want this person to be under arrest until you arrive at airport. Okay. I'm sorry, sir, but what exactly are you hoping for? What is it you want? I'm finished talking to the likes of you. Please, I would like to hear what you would like me to be held under arrest until we land. You, how dare you try to waste my time? You were the one who stuck your nose into my affairs. I wanted to spend even at least one more second with my precious art. I have no time for other things. I know what you are. I see through you. Insolvent. Yes, I'm pretty sure that's how you say it in English. Well, I should hope I'm not monetarily bankrupt, but I don't think that's what you meant. I'm sorry, but I don't think I caught your name. I'm Zing LeBlanc II. I'm a very wealthy man in Virginia. But I am not an ordinary rich man. I am an art dealer, a rich seller of beauty. Mr. LeBlanc, what did you mean just now? Pardon? When you say that Mr. Edgeworth is giving me the runabout, I have to explain. I believe unbelievable. I will say it once and only once. I do not have even a second to waste. Time is money, as they say. Yes, and yet you continue to blather on. I saw it. Yes, I did. I saw the victim on the elevator, going down the lounge. It was exactly at 6 o'clock. And what's the significance of that time? 6, he says. Wait, you saw him at 6? What's the matter, Mr. Edgeworth? He understands, I see. Mr. Attendant, what time did you discover the body? I don't know. What's with that mouth? Well, it was a little after that patch of turbulence, so I would say around 6:15. Ah! Hicks was his name, but was it? Then I'd say that man Hicks was killed in the 15-minute time span. And the only person in the lounge at that time was this prosecutor, yes? Yeah, I was in my seat the whole time. Me too. I was watching a movie and enjoying a flying gas of grape juice. I was still eating, still haven't finished. Okay. All of them have alibis. The peasants used to have an alibi. You have no problem with them, I suppose. My accent is going all over the place. Not compliant, I see. Not a single word against this, right? I have no way of discounting what you have put forth at this point, but it was me. Oh, so you say. But do you have what you say, the evidence? He talks very fast, considering, the text speed is different for him. Mr. Edgeworth, are you really the culprit after all? Mr. LeBlanc, I suppose you are quite certain what you saw, enough to give testimony? Of course, I was looking at the man the whole time. He was playing with an annoying little small machine the whole time. Machine? Yes, that's what you people call it in English, yes. It was making me crazy with a clicker, clicker, clicker. I think he's becoming Italian. From that description, it sounds like some sort of small computer. I believe what Mr. LeBlanc is talking about is a cell phone. I have to say that I did see him playing with it quite a bit myself. A simple cell phone, a laptop or organizer I can see, but it's kind of low budget. I hated the noisy little machine in his hand. Not a fragment of beauty. All it produces is ugly sounds. Anyway, I know what I saw. Miss Teniro. Yeah? Sorry, damn, at the moment I'm so confused. Yes? I was wondering if I might be granted permission to examine the crime scene. What? You want to examine the crime scene? If you could grant me a little measure of time, I'm sure I can produce the real culprit. I don't like the sound of that. Fox in the duct pen. Yes, I think that is how you say it in English. It's a fox guarding the hen house, and I believe my innocence was proven earlier. And if I'm given a chance, I can clear up all the remaining doubts. Miss Teniro, if you wait until we arrive, there's a good chance that some evidence will have been destroyed by then. I understand. Let me see what the captain has to say. Ha! This should not be approved. Please, Mr. LeBlanc, it's in an emergency. All decisions are all to be made by the captain alone. Now, please wait here while I go ask the captain what to do. I'll be right back. You are not planning to erase evidence when you are doing your investigation, yes? Of course not. Ha, we will see. Mr. Edgeworth, you have the captain's permission to investigate the crime scene. What? Unbelievable! I am in your debt, Miss Tenio. However, there is one condition. I am to supervise you. Can you agree to that? Of course, I see no problem with that stipulation. It's only natural as I am still a suspect in this case. Grrr. I take full responsibility and will watch Mr. Edgeworth's every move. I hope this is reassurance enough that there will be no foul play. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, shall we proceed? If you should need my help with anything, please feel free to use to talk. It's time to head to the scene of the crime. The first lounge, the first floor lounge. This place. Okay. Let's talk to the angry person again. Ooh. What's this? Excuse me, but I have a word with you. Why the guy be cheating with his wine? You there. John. If you need something, please ask Miss Rhoda over there, okay? What the? Hey, wake up, you! I'm terribly sorry that she's been so rude, Miss Edgeworth. No need for you to apologize. I just find it hard to believe she's asleep on the job. If I were her boss, I'd see to it that her salary was cut so low that it was in the red. Damn. somewhere in America, Japan, Gumshoe just sneezed. How did you find your meal to be, Mr. Edgeworth? That's why Gumshoe's suffering. Come to think of it, I forgot all about it. I must have been asleep or something. I'm terribly sorry. Let me prepare you something right away. What are you apologizing for, Miss De Niro? I failed in my professional duties by letting a passenger go hungry. Please, help yourself. If you see anything to your fancy, feel free. I think I'll take my time later, after I solve this case. Thanks. Let's talk to the angry guy again. Mr. LeBlanc seems to be protecting the gargantuan face of the chair rather closely. It's a marvelous face though, isn't it? Yes, I dare say so as a professional attendant. I don't think there's any real connection between a piece of art and being an attendant. I'm just not any old attendant. I'm a professional flight attendant. Okay. As though there was such a thing as an amateur flight attendant. Okay. Hurry up and investigate. Time to shoot out the people wasted. Precious is human time. Is that how you say it? I believe. Okay. It's a movie poster for License to Love, Life, Maim, and Murder. It's a Go Your Airlines sponsored movie. It's a suspense, hardboiled action, romantic horror comedy flick. Okay. Is that the genre listing for this thing? Yes, it's a movie that can be enjoyed by anyone because it encompasses all those genres. I can't even begin to imagine what the plot would be. But you have to admit, it has piqued your curiosity, right? I heard the main strategy with this genre listing was to make people curious. Well then, consider mission a successful one. There's one right there dozing off. Oh yeah, the amateur. This was Mr. Hicks' seat. I don't see the machine Mr. LeBlanc was talking about. Perhaps it's in the elevator? Maybe. We should probably head down to the crime scene now. Okay. How about my law book? It's my seat. Unfortunately, I didn't bring anything particularly useful for an investigation. It's not as if I'm constantly prepared for such a thing to occur. Indeed. That's right. I was in the middle of recreating a chess game. Just an observation, but aren't there too many red knights around the lone blue pawn? Nonsense. It simply shows that the blue pawn is no match for the red knight's might. This is yeah, just Atreus is just like pretending to fight against Phoenix. Phoenix is just a pawn and he's a knight. Don't get near me, you criminal. He said, don't get near me, you criminal. I'm not a killer, and I intend to prove that starting now. But that's contrary to the facts. He says, but that's contrary to the facts. Okay. I can understand his English just fine, thank you very much. What's a lifesaver doing here? I bought it at an flag shop beyond the lounge. If something should happen, one will save your life. I think this guy would have been better off not taking a plane to begin with. Indeed. Hey, miss, how about another glass? Excuse me, but I was wondering if you know anything about murder. How about it? How about a glass together? Sorry, but I must decline. I wasn't talking to you. I was asking the cute attendant. I'm sorry, but I'm on the clock right now. If you need a refill, I'd be happy to bring you another glass at any time. You got it, Toots. There's no way to talk a lady. Oh man. Edge with the gentleman. And also this guy, is this cinnamon? There's like all kinds of alcohol all over. Like on the ground, on the side, in front, everything, everywhere. Look at all these bottles lined up in a row. The miracle they made through the turbulence without a scratch. Actually, we asked the drink vendor to clean out all the ones that did break earlier. And you mean to tell me he put all this up here after the turbulence? We're simply thrilled to have someone as so interested in the variety of drinks available. I don't think anyone should drink this much. There is such a thing as overhydration. Hydration? Oh, this is not alcohol? They do just say wine. If I may have a word with you.
This I'm stick. So awesome.
Hey, Neon. Maybe this is how Cinema's basement is. It's great to hear. However, I would like to ask you a few questions.
I was here. How old I so well, no.
Eat or speak. Please pick one. Okay. I think he chose to eat. Yes, I can hear that. Okay. Very interesting. Also, that's a very huge steak and a very huge sundae milkshake thing. I don't know. I can go here. Oh, okay. I'm supposed to go here. I want to thank you for your help back there, Mr. Nero. It was nothing. You should thank the captain for granting you permission. And just so everything is perfectly clear, I still don't trust you. Your standing with me hasn't changed one iota. I see. I will bear that in mind. I received an order from the captain earlier. I wanted you to know that we reserve the right to stop your investigation if we feel you are not making progress. When we do, we ask that you please return to your seat at that time. So my time runs out as his crew's discretion does it. I have to find a way to discredit Mr. LeBlanc's testimony before time's up. I understand. By the way, is there any place you can think of where the killer might hide on board? I don't think so. For every first-class passenger was accounted for at his or her seat. We made a thorough search of the plane. As for the business and economy class, no one can move between those two classes and first class without a staff keycard, and we found no record of a keycard being used at all. Which means that I have a first-class killer on my hands. At least I know that much for sure. One other thing. No one else has been allowed near this crime scene since the murder was discovered either. What's lounge? Now then, let's get started. But where should we start from? Let's start with Mr. LeBlanc's statements. The crime occurred between 6 AM and 6:15 AM. During that interval, the only person in the lounge was myself, which would make me the prime suspect. However, since I did not kill Mr. Higgs, it means that the killer was around somewhere. If we are to believe what you say is true, then yes. The first order of business will be to gather information to win your trust. Okay. Let's just look over here. What floor does this elevator service? Only the first and second, although it can also go down to the cargo bay, cargo hold. However, that requires a flight crew keycard. So the only floors accessible to passengers are the first and second floor. Yes, same thing. Just look at this. What is this senator-looking figure on the floor here? Oh, there's a piggy bank of our company's mascot, Captain Hugo. Hugo. Oh, okay. It's just one of many pieces of merchandise we sell at our in-flight shop. It's a thinker wannabe. This bank is a limited edition and so popular that we're down to our last one. You have an in-flight shop? Yes, it's just beyond the lounge to the right. The shutter to the store is closed at the moment. But it was open the whole flight up until Mr. Higgs' body was discovered. There's blood on here. Would this have been a murder weapon? Yes, look at the head. I doubt anyone was expecting to find a dead body in an elevator on this flight. So Mr. Higgs is really dead? Yes. She's trembling, although I can't fault her for that when there's a corpse right there. Mr. Higgs, if you're really dead, then please answer yes. Okay. I see she's over the trembling now, although a new symptom seemed to have appeared. Anyway, I should focus on the victim's body. Let's see. There's blood on the back of Mr. Higgs' head. Could this be the cause of death? He appears to have been struck very hard. Right. Even his glasses are broken. What about this? I wonder what was hanging off this lanyard. Something's missing from this picture. Now, if I could just put my finger on it. What about all this stuff down here? Money is strewn all over the floor of the elevator. Because it was all in Mr. Higgs' wallet at some point. Okay, what about this? There's something sticking out of his pocket. Hope he won't mind if I take a look at what's inside. It's a picture. It looks like it was taken inside a building. Somewhere. And that's a phone! It's obviously a phone. I think I've examined everything here. Nothing of import. I should deduce now, right? I think I should deduce. Deduce. Is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold? Yes. Yes. Mr. Higgs' machine is nowhere to be found. His machine? His cell phone. Mr. Nero. So I guess because it's not here. Yes, I think we can safely deduce that the killer took it. One, but it has gone missing. Did the killer take it? Right. Okay. That's it, I guess. We're gonna look at other places. Here lies Hugo Hughes. Pity that bronze statue knows not when good drink has been spilled at its feet. This is a statue of our founder, Mr. Hugo Hughes, who was a big fan of grape juice. I'm sure he would be thrilled if he knew so much grape juice were here at his feet. Is that a hint of hero worshipping I detect? Okay. What or who is this? This is a bronze statue of the founder of Go UR Airlines, Mr. Hugo Hughes. Oh, because I get it now. Because ego. He has a huge ego. This one on the left is of when he was in his 40s, and the other is of him in his 80s. Okay. The man aged at all over those 4 decades. Maybe I need to squint more. Glasses and candles thrown into a disarray by the turbulence. It's been a while since I've seen this big of a mess. Terribly embarrassing. I thought it was an earthquake for a second. Wait, and I frantically started searching for gas valves to shut off. I guess the shaking of the plane was bad enough to be mistaken for a real earthquake. Not that I would know, since I was unconscious for most of it. The in-flight shop is beyond these shutters. We don't have permission to open them, so I'm afraid I must leave them closed. There must still be clues to be found in here in this lounge. I must remain vigilant. Okay. The bottle. Counter windows offer a glimpse of the sky, but these clouds, they tell me nothing. Mr. Ashworth, you look like you're talking to the clouds. Is that so? Then tell me, what do you suppose I say to them? I don't know. It looked like a rather one-sided conversation. The clouds, they tell me nothing. Is this some sort of a reference or something? I don't get it. Now a few copies of Sky magazine in the magazine rack. This month's special is an English trivia quiz. It's not a bad idea. I've heard that the youth of today don't know a particle from participle. Yes, I absolutely have no idea about all this grammar, verb, terms and stuff. Now, please don't go around confusing people with made-up words, Mr. Ashworth. Who's ever heard of such silly word as participle? Case in point. These bottles and glasses must have been broken by the turbulence. There's quite a bit of broken glass here. Please be careful when passing through the area. Thank you very much for the warning, Mr. Ashworth. However, no matter how kind you are towards me, know that it doesn't clear up any suspicions I have about you. I wasn't warning you for the sake of clearing my name. Right. Okay. Let's do this. Okay. What else? This over here. I went unconscious earlier. Right. Let's topple over chair. Yet another victim of the turbulence. No! Look at all this! Grape juice staining the back. You may not look it, but this chair was extremely valuable. It was? Yes, it was used when the Rocker Pals came to tour this plane. Rocker Pals, okay. Like, acapella? Rockapella? The Rocker Pals leader sat in this very chair. I'm sorry, but what is Rocker Pals? Can't believe you never heard of them. They're all the rage. The Rocker Pals are an extremely popular international band. They added the Pals part as they became more popular, especially among teens. Ah, that explains it. I'm not really one for the music of today. Maybe I should ask Detective Gumshoe about them later. On second thought, I can already see how confusing the conversation would get. Oh yeah. Because Gumshoe says pal all the time. Hey pal. This grand piano is the pride of this plane. It can play the music of whatever CD we insert into its CD drive. It's not a piano, it's more like an overgrown music box. Ah, but its keys depress along with the music, as though there really is someone playing it. Some people have entirely too much money to waste on overly complex toys. Indeed. So what room is this? This door leads to the flight attendant's room, but please understand that it's off limits to unauthorized personnel. The room is giving off the scent of women's perfume. One would think that perfume would smell great, However, to me it simply smells. Not that I have any interest in what lies behind this door. Perhaps we should return to the investigation, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth? Sorry, I spaced out for a second there. Okay. What's that deal? Why that reaction though? Something more? I'll check this area, but never hurts taking a look. Okay. I think I've looked into everything. Now the question is, do I fit in anything? Where was the killer? I don't think we can find out, but I'll find out about that yet. Murder weapon. Captain Hugo. This one and this one connect. A statue with blood on it lying next to the body of a man who was beaten to death. Oh, Mr. Ashworth, I think I figured something out. Yes? What is it? The way the blood is on this, it looks like it matches up with the wound on his head. Well, aren't we deserving of the master of the obvious title? Well, what do you think, Mr. Ashworth? Don't you think that's worth investigating? It would appear that this figurine is our murder weapon. Oh, I just knew it. I mean, I can't think of any other connection. She says that as she strains a smile. Perhaps Master Oblivious would be more befitting. Okay. Broken glass, elevator. I don't think that connects to anything. What clues point to where the killer could have been? Inside the elevator that connects 1F with 2F. I guess there are other places to visit, maybe? I've explored everywhere here. Oops. No, I don't need assistance. Let me... Oh wait, I didn't mean to press that. Let me press this. I'll examine it. I can examine this. But can I see what's inside? I suppose this is where you insert your coins. I have to say, for a piggy bank, it's made rather well. So well, in fact, I'm not sure there's a way to take your money out. Indeed. Even if you bash someone with bash this with some how do I say this? Bash someone's head with this thing, it still doesn't break. There's some blood on one of the corners. Could this piggy bank be the murder weapon? Oh, of course, already deduced that. That's nothing new. Alright, let's go. Oh, we can't go back up. Trapped here. So yeah, I am supposed to like probably how do you call, reduce more stuff, I guess. Connect the stuff. I have no idea. Where's the killer? In the elevator? Broken glasses. Elevator? Maybe? I don't know. Let's see. Let's just try. Oh, I got a lot of combinations. I know exactly. Blah 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 blah. Okay. Elevator. It's probably not right as well. It is? Okay. Okay. True. There wasn't anyone else in the lounge other than myself right before the turbulence. But if the killer was in the elevator along with the victim, that's a different story. In the elevator with Hicks. If only I could prove that the killer rode the elevator with Hicks. This? I don't know. I only have this to the left. No! Failed. That's not it. There are more things to examine in here. I don't think so. Can I get to somewhere else now? That's the question. I have a feeling maybe I need to present something to her in order to progress. Present. I don't know, this. Don't show me to that, but can allow you to free reign. I'm sorry, but I must admit that I still have my doubts about you. Okay, I guess I'll show you this. Okay, not yet. This. No, nothing. 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 Higgs is only 28. Due to 62 years old. North European Republic of Virginia. This is a wealthy artisan, time obsessed. Roll the Tenero. Roll the Tenero. I don't know. Roll the 10. Roll the Tenero. I don't know, man. What else can I do? I'm kind of stumped. Talk to her. Wait. Yeah, it's just this. I can't deduce, so that's not a problem. If I can't deduce, that means this place is totally clean. What are shoes, actually? There's no grape juice residue on the soles of his shoes, making it highly unlikely that Mr. Higgs entered this elevator after the turbulence. Okay. Anything else, man? The money is not relevant. Not. No. I get back up, man. I want to get back up. Let's just talk to her, I guess. Mr. Nero, I'd like to ask you about investigating the lounge. As long as you have the captain's permission, I can't stop you from looking around. If you could pass the message along, tell him I'm grateful for his spirit of cooperation. I will. However, please realize that you are still under suspicion. To be honest, I still have my doubts about you. Of course, and I take no offense. Do you really understand what I'm saying? Yes, verily. Do you pinky swear you do on your honor as a professional prosecutor? I pinky swear I do on my honor as a professional prosecutor. I guess that settles that. I feel my honor as a man slowly diminishing. I was wondering if you noticed anything, Miss Tenito. Yes, I can't help but notice the sad atmosphere in here. Yes, it is rather a tragic crime. I'll say, robbing a poor man after bludgeoning him to death. Talk about rubbing in the salt. I can't forgive someone who would do this to a passenger of mine. I swear as a professional flight attendant that I will capture the culprit with my own hands. And I promise as a prosecutor to solve this case with logic and deduction. Should all the world elites I've collected so far. One more time. The key to solving this lies at the intersection of my logic and evidence. Okay. But I've gotten everything. I've like talked to everyone and then... So should I open this door again? Try this door again? No, it's not it. What about this door here? Am I missing something? What am I missing, man? I am stuck here forever and ever and ever. Can I want to get out of here? I can't. Okay, I guess I'm stumped. I need to look at the guide. Sorry, I'm too dumb. But I feel like I've really done everything. Maybe except investigating something, checking something. Oh wait. Examine the brown thing. Examine the pawpaw. Serious? I've not examined this. I've not examined there? Are you serious? Oh bloody hell. There's some spilled grape juice in front of the elevator. I assume it was spilled during the turbulence. Oh, we must clean that up or someone might get hurt. Aha! What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? I found some very important evidence. What is the important piece of evidence in the scene? Footprints.
Take that!
What is it? They're a little smudged, but I think we can both agree they are a set of footprints. So you think? Yes, this belonged to our killer. Well, then maybe we should check the shoe sizes of everyone in first class. I don't think that would be any help to us. Unfortunately, the prints are too smudged, which will make it hard to get a definitive match. Oh, I see. Uh-huh. Did I? Oh. Is there nothing else but a plus spell for corruption? It's not the thoughts, the same smell as the same of my towels after they come out of my home dry. I would never expect something like that by looking at you. I suppose everyone has something unpleasant about them. I have something? Oh, okay. Broken glasses. Oh, okay, this one. And this one. Chung! I have it. I'm sorry, but I don't understand, Miss Dashworth. I can prove that someone other than myself was here around the time of the murder. What? Really? Yes. It's rather simple, actually. The proof is in the pudding, or rather, the grape juice in this case. This footsteps here confess to me this very fact. That someone exited the elevator alive. Seeing as how the victim is dead, that would mean a second person. But couldn't the footprints be from Mr. Hicks himself? Ah, but if you take a look at our victim's shoes, you can see the soles are spotless. Which means Mr. Hicks wasn't alone in the elevator. In fact, it's quite the opposite. There was actually one other person inside the elevator. Just footprints. Investigation incomplete. What's going on over there? Bloop, 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 bloop. Bloop, 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 bloop. Unforgivable! This is unforgivable! Do you understand what I'm saying? The movie is so late! It is the same level of bad as if the plane had arrived late. But the movie? What? I will not talk to you anymore. You are just wasting my time. What is the matter, Mr. LeBlanc? If there is no emergency, please return to your seat, sir. Do not tell me what to do. I need to not sit down. Well, Mr. Prosecutor, did you prove you are innocent yet? If you don't like, I will prove my innocence to you right now. What? Nonsense! Are you saying my eyewitness testimony is mistaken? Not mistaken. Merely there isn't room for doubt. I'd be most honored if you could please tell me what you saw in detail once more. Fine. Suit yourself. Damn, why are you so angry, man? I am certain I saw Mr. Hicks enter that elevator. It was when the needles on my pocket watch pointed to the 6 and the 12. The body was discovered about 15 minutes after that in the lounge, yes? And you, the only person in the lounge at the time, must be the criminal. Mr. LeBlanc's conclusion seemed to make logical sense. After all, the only person in the lounge at the supposed time of the murder was me. So, my eyewitness testimony. You think you can destroy it? Then come, let me see. Hurry, do I look like a man who is having a time to wait for you? Why is he so irritated? I'm the one accused of murder here. Anyway, I must find a way to discredit Mr. Blanc's account on LeBlanc's account somehow, and fast. Rebuttal. Okay, it was when the middle of my card arch pointed to the 6 and the 12. To the 6 and the 12. 6 o'clock, okay. The body was discovered 15 minutes after that in the lounge, right? You, the only person in the lounge at the time, must be the criminal. Do I have anything I can present to say that there's another person? This one, I guess.
Objection!
No, it's wrong. Blah blah blah. No, it's American at all. As I say, it's blah blah. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you not intending to sell it to me? It's not for sale. I think I need to present something a bit more case making to him. Okay, I guess I'll press. I don't know, man. It's not relevant enough. That is the most mistaken way of thinking I've ever heard of. No. Your silly opinion is what is making a mistake. Please calm down. The both of you, in a sense, you are both mistaken. If it isn't the pot calling the kettle black, I don't know what is. Sonny has a lot of confidence in his testimony. If push comes to shove, I may need to press him more for more information. I guess I had to do that.
Hold it!
I assume the pocket watch in this case is the one you keep checking, is that correct? Oh, you noticed. It is a very expensive antique. I will have you know. The feeling is wonderful when I fully wind it up by hand. It does look very well designed and quite classy. I will have to charge you if you want to touch it. It's quite alright. Let's continue with your testimony. What a cheaper man you are. Now return the time you wasted back to me. And if we must, I saw Mr. Hicks enter the elevator at 6 o'clock. Okay.
Hold it!
It's true that I found the victim's body at 6:15. And that's when I found the two of them as well. You see, it all matches my testimony. I really need to press everything.
Hold it!
Mr. LeBlanc, were you able to get a good look at the inside of the elevator at that time? Of course, I saw what was inside. And you are sure that the victim was in the elevator alone? Yes, the only person inside was that Mr. Hicks man. This last outburst is a bit too important to let go. Okay, so... Is this?
Objection!
Yep, it was the right evidence but the wrong statement, as always. Mr. LeBlanc. What is it? There's a very glaring contradiction in your testimony. What do you mean? Let's take a look at the area in front of the elevator. There, at the spilled grape juice. Yes, and we'll admit you was also spilled it with the blood. No, it spilled itself during turbulence. The interesting thing here is the set of grape juice footprints. Footprints? Yes, the ones that lead from within the... Sorry. Yes, the ones that lead from within the elevator out into the lounge itself. It's evidence that proves that someone other than Mr. Hicks exited the elevator alive. Ooh, Okay, that face. There must have been another person in the elevator with Mr. Hicks. Now then, I'm done playing games. Why don't you tell us the truth? Can you please translate for us? No way. That's certainly impossible. I guess it's what he said. No way. That is totally impossible. I know there was no other person in there. I saw it with my own eyes. If you want to know what I think, Mr. Edgeworth, I don't think Mr. LeBlanc is lying to us. I suppose she's right. Sorry. I suppose she's right. He doesn't seem to be lying. But then what does it mean? What about this contradiction? Mr. LeBlanc, please, just once more, will you recall the details of what you witnessed for me? No. Actually, what's his full name again? LeBlanc. Zinc LeBlanc. Means, I guess it's like zero blank. As in, like, he's dumb, is nothing, he's useless. I was very upset when Mr. Hicks passed by my seat. I was always checking the time over and over again. I happened to follow the man with my eyes when he passed me. And I saw clearly into the elevator he was entering. But I swear there was nowhere else inside. No one. Mr. LeBlanc, if you would please calm down. What? Dare you two have any issue with my witness testimony? No, not at all. Please forget I said anything. Yet again, he doesn't appear to be lying. But I can't let this testimony stand as the truth. He's sweating bullets. Why? So, are you still upset now? I am always upset. The only time I am not is when I have a piece of art in my hands. It's surprisingly easy to believe that about him. But I was even more upset when Mr. Hicks walked by me. Don't know why though. Doesn't say it. Why don't we like ask him why?
Hold it!
Why were you so attentive to the time? Because something unforgivable was happening. Come to think of it, you were yelling about something unforgivable earlier. I was giving a complaint to the attendant about the movie starting time. Return back to me. Return back to me my time. And money. Understand that point? Movie? Is he talking about the in-flight one that's mentioned in the magazine? A summary of the plot and its start time. Its start time. Interesting. They were supposed to show a license to love, maim, and murder. I cannot see that a movie in my country. You can only see it on international flights. I looked forward clearly to that movie. I checked my pocket to watch it whenever possible so I would not miss it. I even set in my pocket to watch the destination time when I came on board. But my watch is not wrong, it matched the schedule. The movie was still late. Very, very late. Your pocket watch. I'd like to ask you a little more about it, if that's alright. Just press this. So this movie you mentioned, this is the one listed in the Sky magazine. Yes! I was so looking forward to watching the License to Love, Maim, and Murder. Mr. Nero, was this movie shown on this flight? Yes, it was shown at the scheduled time. Isn't it possible you simply slept through it by accident? Nonsense! You doubted me! No. Now stop pointing at me like that. Odd. How did he miss a movie that was clearly hoping to see? I checked in my pocket to watch a great number of times. That much I know for sure. Watch it set to my destination time. I would set it where I board the plane. Okay. You're sure about what you just testified, Mr. LeBlanc? Yes, of course. I'm a very busy man. I am immediately busy when I land. I have many places to go and no time to waste adjusting my pocket watch. I see. It's a very valuable statement you just made. Flatter me all you want, but you will not get 1 cent out of me. That's all right. All I require is this piece of testimony. Okay, so I'm guessing it's this. Set to the time. And we need to press this. Let me look at it first. So at 6, it should be a movie, but the movie only starts at 6 o'clock. But if its time is set to all times shown correspond to our departure time zone, not the arrival time zone, right, or something? Yeah. Objection. That was easy. Mr. LeBlanc, you said this just now in your testimony. Okay. Now, if your watch has been set to our destination's time zone, it would mean that your watch is displaying the time of our destination. Yes, and the correct time is worth it's 6 cents. I would like you to take a look at this. If you believe this Sky magazine, clocks on this flight run in accordance with the time of our departure time zone. Of course, the movie schedule was also created with that in mind. Mr. Nero, for confirmation's sake, what time zone is this flight aligned to right now? Well, we made a short stop at a transfer point. That's right. It was in a small Asian country, the Republic of Zhengfa. Okay? Is this like a justice or something like that? Zhengfa. Like law, justice law? I don't know, man. Sounds like it. Probably. We didn't readjust our onboard clocks at that time. So right now we're still running on Borginian time. What? The time difference between Borginia and our destination is 9 hours. In that case, it's only natural that your watch would be out of sync with the schedule. Damn. Further, with your analog watch set to our destination's time, it would appear to be running 3 hours fast when compared to the flight's onboard clocks. It also changes everything about your testimony. And you can bet 1,000,000 cents on that. In light of this information, it means you saw Mr. Hicks 3 hours prior at 3 a.m.
My 1,000,000 cents.
Okay. This should clear up all the remaining accusations. So this basically widens the time frame for the time of death, right? Yes, because Mr. LeBlanc saw the victim enter the elevator at 3 a.m. It means that the time of death could be anywhere from 3 to 6:15 a.m. The question now is where was Mr. Hicks during that span of time, and what was he doing? I've got something to say. And you are? Yeah, I'm Camille. I'm a flight attendant. Camille? Like, chamomile? What's this reference though? This is a pun of Camille. Maybe like a meal as in having a meal? I don't know, man. But what is it you wish to say? Well, I think your story is a little different from how I remember it. What do you mean, Cammy? I saw Mr. Hicks sitting in his seat at 5 a.m., you know. What? How can you be so sure of the time? Well, that's right. He pushed his call button while we were parked at the transfer point. Message from Captain Hugo. This flight will be making a brief stop to refuel and transfer cargo in the Republic of Drungfa between 4 and 5 a.m. We ask that all passengers remain on board at that time. Thank you for your cooperation. Ah, the stop we made for refueling and cargo transfer in Drungfa, correct? Yes, it was from 4 to 5 a.m. according to our clocks. And during that time, did any of the passengers leave or did any new ones board this flight? No. Not a single person got off or on in Drungfa. What about the flight crew? A few who were handling the cargo transfer might have temporarily gotten on or off. Eventually, everyone, including Cammy and myself, came back on the plane. So, basically I can assume that no one left or got on since our initial takeoff. Interesting. I should keep that in mind. Yeah, and I answered his call. I can tell you Mr. Acme Hicks was there in his seat when we took off again at 5 a.m. Okay. Alright, then that puts the time of the murder between 5 and 6:15 a.m. Okay, now what time did you come down to the lounge, Mr. Ashworth? I remember coming down here almost as soon as we left the Republic of Drungfa. Ah, you were here the whole time for 5 a.m. And you are the only one who could be the killer. Mr. Ashworth, were you really here in this lounge the entire time from 5 a.m. onwards? Unfortunately, yes. Then how do we explain the footprints? It's not at all obvious. This man waited for Mr. Hicks in this lounge, waited to kill him. And then he put the corpse into the elevator. That is when the turbulence happened. My eyewitness testimony may have been mistaken. But what I saw Mr. Hicks enter the elevator on the second floor does not matter. Because the entire incident concluded here in this lounge. Everything happened in this lounge? Is that what you really believe, Mr. LeBlanc? Do you have another idea? I simply feel there is something out of place in the scenario presented. Is there something that can tie this crime to a location other than this lounge? Oh... Do I have something that can tie blah 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 blah? I mean, maybe the footprint again? Maybe. It's the... Oh, this one! Usually on display at an in-flight shop.
Take that!
The murder weapon. This little piggy bank is sold at the in-flight shop. It is sold there all and only there, and it's not displayed here in this lounge. How then did it find its way here? Don't you find that a tiny bit suspicious? Such a trivial point. It only means you prepared it, taking from the shop first before coming here. It doesn't prove you are innocent at all. Nah. There's no way to win with this man. If I may... What is it? You see... it's just as Mr. Ashwood says. Oh, and why do you know this so well? Well, it's just that the piggy bank was there in the shop. I saw it with my own eyes. And when was this? It was maybe around 5:40 a.m. Isn't that just before we hit that patch of turbulence? That's right. You were in the shop just before the turbulence. Yes, I was. Come to think of it, it's Tenero when I found the body. I believe you came out of that door. Yes, I did. What is beyond that door? That's the flight attendant's room. And then you were on the first floor. Yes. I had to do something at the shop in the flight attendant's room. So I went to the first shop first, and then to the flight attendant's room. Are you saying you passed by me at some point? Yes, you seem really into the issue of Sky magazine you were reading at the time. I don't suppose you noticed me walking by. I vaguely recall someone walking by. I didn't take notice of who it was. Anyway, the piggy bank was definitely there at the shop when I went there. Why did you go to the shop in the first place? I went there for a work-related matter. Work, you say? Yes. Upkeep of the shop is also one of my responsibilities. Why did you not say anything about that until now is what I want to know. In any case, I believe it's clear that the shop needs to be investigated as well. Shall we head over there then? What is it now? Aren't you forgetting something, Mr. Rhoda? Don't you need the captain's permission to check the shop? No, I haven't forgotten. But I've already asked him for permission to search the entire plane. I think we're alright. Huh? That's weird. What is? I just talked to the captain, see? And he said that he didn't give you permission to do anything like that at all. What is the meaning of this, Mr. Nero? It means she's lying. Go on, admit that you are. You say you have permission to search all over, but you don't. And yet, here you are. Yo, flight attendant, what are you trying to do? Pull the ship over us? The captain's calling for you, Miss Rhoda. Oh, but don't worry. I already got permission to search the shop from the captain. See, unlike you, I do things the right way. Mr. Nero, why would you do such a thing? Please excuse me. Bom bom bom. Looks like I get to be in charge now. Please go back to your seat, Mr. LeBlanc. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you would follow me, I'll be your guide from now on. Something about this Mr. Nero that has piqued my curiosity. But right now, investigating the in-flight shop is my top priority. Okay. I really don't like talking to the dude, so I'm just gonna go. Alright, so this is how the in-flight shop looks like. Flight G390. Does that number mean anything? 390. So this is in-flight shop. It's quite a mess in here. You think? Guess I'll have to clean things up then. Tee-hee. Hold on. Can't clean out a potential crime scene. Oh, thank goodness. I hate cleaning so much. Also, why the cleavage? I mustn't rush things here. I must remain cool, calm, and collected. Because this piggy bank was left at a crime scene. There's a very good chance that the killer had paid this place a visit. Alright, let's look around. Maybe there's a body in the suitcase. Oh, what are these? Oh, those are company's completely original line of suitcases. They're practically flying out the door. That's how popular they are. You should buy one and see how you like it. You won't regret it. Perhaps that's how things work on this flight. But in real world, you try, then buy. No way! But either way, it doesn't really matter. True. Either way, why would anyone buy a suitcase after they've boarded the plane? Indeed. Anyway, see that? Just look at all the Captain Hugo heads painted on their cute company mascot, isn't it? Sure. They're painted on with a lot of care.
Doesn't he look like he's about to jump out at you?
It is certainly making something jump inside my stomach.
Huh? I guess there's no fooling your refined tastes. You look like you look like you really wanted to get one. And I thought I was going to finally make my first sale. But you saw right through it. Glad that's done though. Never make me try to give you a sales speech ever again, okay?
I never showed my any interest in it to begin with.
Hee hee, it really is pretty horrible, isn't it? Want to know something? This suitcase was designed by Miss Rhoda.
Miss Teneros designed this.
Yeah, it was a company-wide contest.
Well, it does have a very sharp design sense.
Sharp? Like stinky sharp cheddar, maybe? I really have no idea why the bigwigs decided to go with it. It's so... bleh.
Miss Tenero designed this, did she? It's definitely not what I would have expected. Oh, what the hell?
You okay?
I'm fine. Please watch yourself, Miss Mill. Letting a suitcase freely roll around has got to be a safety violation.
Yeah, I'll pull it back.
Interesting. That said, I don't feel like I got anything from that though. Beautiful flowers in a beautiful arrangement. I feel cleansed just by looking at them.
Well, you're kind of stepping on a few of them, you know, Miss Ashworth.
Oh, excuse me. Okay.
Is that plushie she's holding?
And it's like a sloth though. Looks like a sloth. Now all kinds of luxury name brand merchandise for sale in this display case. And they are lined up in such a manner as to scream "Buy me" to any passers-by. Stuffed toys, just like the one Miss Mill is holding, are on display here. They are relatively cheap, which explains why they are displayed so haphazardly.
How about it, Mr. Edgeworth? You know you want one too. They're great for when you're stressed.
Why do I envision stuffed animal abuse when she says that? Uh-oh. Broken shelves. The glass from this display case door is shattered all over the floor. Looks like there's nothing on display inside either. Wait, actually I think there is something. It's this. A mini captain's hat. It's a tiny captain's hat. I swear I've seen one of this before. Yes, totally. What could it be? There's a wide selection of souvenirs for sale in this display cases.
You know what I suggest?
Sorry, but I have no intention of buying souvenirs on this trip.
Okay, then how about you buy something for me then? It's a present.
I can't think of a single reason why I would want to buy you anything.
But I've had my eye on that pendant for such a long time.
Try paying some attention to me when I ask you something, and then we'll talk. Yeah. About this. Inside its display case is a row of lifesavers and life vests for sale. Okay.
I still love those when there's some kind of accident or something. Some people buy them even when nothing's going on. How about it, Mr. Edgeworth? Care to buy one?
I sense that this shop is one shopper away from being sued. Indeed. Selling life-saving equipments that you're just supposed to put in all the convenient places of the passenger. Gosh. I'm guessing I've collected all the clues and now I'm just gonna connect the dots. This and this. Very obvious. The hat probably used to be on the piggy bank's head. Let's give it a go and see.
I believe this piggy bank was forcibly removed from a display case. Does this mean that a killer broke the glass to get at it? Yeah? Really? Don't tell me you don't know what things go where in this shop. Well, I don't. Miss Rhoda's in charge of this place. So, come on, how should I know anything? I sense that further inspection of this display case is needed. Oh, okay, let's do that. Okay. What's in here? The glass on this door is broken. Perhaps it was the killer who broke it in order to take the piggy bank. It's a bit odd that the inside of this case is so devoid of glass shards. Plus, God, the glass broke already. Oh. The glass broke rather cleanly. Ah! What is it? I touched the glass and it cut my finger. It hurts, Miss Edgeworth. It hurts. Please tell me you can deal with such a minor cut on your own. Okay. Deduce? I guess I'm supposed to deduce the empty spot here. And that this is supposed to be found from here. Yes, it can't be anything else. There's definitely something very unusual about this. About what? If the killer had broken the glass to get the Captain Hugo bank, there should be shards of glass inside the case itself. Ooh, I see. Yeah, I guess it'd be like that. However, there's not a single piece of glass inside the display case. No, there isn't. Which means that the glass was broken from the inside out. The piggy bank must have fallen over from the turbulence and right through the glass. Yeah, that's for sure. There's so much glass all over the floor. I'm willing to bet that this hat was knocked off its head at the time, too. Eh? That's nice. Which leads me to believe the killer took the Captain Hugo bank from here after the turbulence. Dun dun. Take your power naps on your own time, Miss Beale, and listen when I'm talking. What? The murder occurred before the turbulence, which rules this piggy bank out as the murder weapon. So you mean the bank's not the real murder weapon? It's fake? Yes, at this point, it's a very real possibility. But then what if when the killer went to take Captain Hugo, he broke the glass by accident? The display case is locked, so that's highly unlikely. Yeah, but there's one person who could have. Oh, and who'd that be? Miss Rhoda, of course. I mean, she's the one in charge of this place, so she has the keys to everything. Miss Rhoda Tenero. Okay. I'm guessing there's nothing else. Really check now. Suitcase. Strange closet roll. Implied suitcase displays can be hazardous. I'm guessing this too is connected. I was correct. Yes, there's definitely something wrong here. What's with the sudden yelling? Tell me, Miss Mill, don't you think there's something strange about these suitcases? Oh, well, sure. They totally ooze strange. Like the color and the such. That's what I'm talking about. Now pay attention. You're scaring me, Mr. Ashworth. Sorry. The suitcases are lined up a bit too prim and proper. Yeah, they look a bit uptight, don't they? I guess they take after their creator. Hee hee. Again, that's not what I meant, Miss Mill. Don't you find it unusual that these cases are the only things undisturbed by the turbulence. Never mind. I'd sooner find an answer by inspecting these suitcases myself. Upon closer inspection, they really are quite hideous. Okay. Hee hee. I wonder how Miss Rhoda would have reacted if she'd heard what you just said. What's wrong? She makes a good point. It would be wise of me to watch what I say out loud. What's this? I've spotted something that's not quite right. So unusual about this suitcase. There's no stopper. I go with like this one. It's the only difference I can see. Take that! Something very peculiar about his wheels. Huh? As in... There are no stoppers in place on this. Without stoppers, one would think that the turbulence would have sent it flying. And so it is very likely that the suitcase was placed out here after we hit that turbulence. Let's take a closer look at it, shall we? Man, open the thing. It would appear to be unlocked. Let's take a look at what's inside. Blood. A piece of cloth. And it's soaked with blood. Ah, it's blood. Blood on one of the wheels as well. Is it? Oh yeah, it's different. Kind of different, yeah. It's very strongly tied to our murder after all. So, maybe I'll look at the thing again. No, I can't look at the thing. Or else. So explain this to me. What does this suitcase have to do with the murder? I believe it's pretty safe to say that the killer used this suitcase in some manner. Such as to move something perhaps. Why aren't you just talking about the cloth then? That alone's too small. A larger item would have needed to move what I'm thinking of. The thing I believe the killer used this suitcase to transport is... Acme Hicks! Right? I can't I guess I have to choose not the person, I need to choose the evidence. This.
Take that!
Something that would fit inside a suitcase, and it's also covered in blood. Sounds like a dead body, doesn't it? Ta-da! Inside the suitcase, beautiful pattern has been soiled by blood. But... In light of this, I'd say that Mr. Hicks was moved into the elevator from someplace else. So I'm gonna look at this again. Yeah, the wheels is different. I don't think it's blood. Then again, it's so weird. Like, the bottom half is soaked in something. Let's just see. Let's just see what is this. What's this? The wheel's completely covered in something. This color and this scent. It appears the substance in question is grape juice. Why would there be juice on the wheel of a suitcase? Da-da-da. Guess we'll open this as well. Oh, this is up here. That makes sense. Why would there be blood inside a suitcase like this? This cloth was most likely in here with the body. So what was this suitcase used for? And this itself. There to be this much blood on this piece of cloth. Was the victim wrapping at some point? There's something very familiar about this fabric pattern. Dong dong. Which means that the murder was committed in an entirely different location. So you're saying that after moving the body into the elevator, the killer brought the suitcase in here and just left it? Exactly. What is it? Nothing. Just that I was thinking about what Miss Rhoda said about coming here for something. Excuse me, Miss Edgeworth. I wanted to give you a bit more time, but I'm afraid I wasn't able to convince the captain. I'm very sorry, Miss Edgeworth. The captain feels that he has allowed you ample time. He says that he'd appreciate if you could wrap it up and here and return to your seat. I understand his sentiments. However, if I'm not allowed to complete my investigation, the crime scene may become contaminated by the time we land. If I must stop, I insist I be allowed to oversee the preservation of the two sites. Under your supervision, of course. If that's your only condition, then I believe we can accommodate your wishes. I'm here to assist you in any way that I can, Miss Edgeworth. Sounds like fun. We can camp out and watch over everything together. I found proof that the real crime scene was not in the lounge. I have enough evidence to prove myself to be innocent of any wrongdoing. And yet, regarding what Miss Meal reminded me about Miss Teniro, I can't allow my investigation to end here. Truth must come to light.
I'll be continued. All right. I'm gonna guess it's not Teniro. That's a killer. It's not the rich Virginian. That's the killer. It's a sleepy girl. Why has nobody talked about the sleepy girl? It could be the captain as well. Oh wait, oh else. Guess I'll save it off there. Also hydrate. Drink some water. Just a tiny bit. Oh boy, I'm dry, so dry. I don't know if anyone would ever believe it. She is acting, sus. But, someone that's acting sus in any sort of like a murder mystery is always like, that's probably not a real murder. Oh, it's that guy. I think he's like a big fan of Steel Samurai or something. I don't really recall though. March 12, 1 p.m. local time, Hot Springs Airport. I know that once we had landed, I'm supposed to let the local police take over. Thanks to Miss Teniro and Miss Mill, I was able to preserve the crime scene. But I just can't shake it. I was able to talk with Miss Teniro in private. I'm left with wondering just what was she up to? Why did she do what she did? There must be a way for me to continue my investigation. I know who this is. Because I recall. I've been expecting you, Miles Edgeworth. Franziska, I thought you were still in Germany. I go where I've been needed. Wherever there are criminals to be caught. Her name is Franziska von Karma. The music gave it away. The daughter of my mentor, Manfred von Karma. She, like myself, is a prosecutor. Are you heading up this case? It would be a bit of relief if you are. Don't you try to flatter me, Miles Edgeworth. I'm placing you under arrest. What? No! Thank you for the raid. Oh, there's no sound though. Is my thing working? Oh boy. It's crashed. I don't know how long. Let me do this shout out instead. I have to do this. Sorry, anyone that's watching this from the VOD. Also, I don't know why is it so difficult to find. Okay, I guess it just closed itself. Welcome. Hello, can I? Hello. I can wave my hand. I've totally forgot, whenever I do Ace Attorney streams, I can do this. Okay, cool. Yes. Hope your stream was nice. Let me do the shout out thing again. Devil May Cry 5. I played that game. It's nice. Very short. I felt like the game was like super short. Or like a AAA game. The story is rather like there was not much in it. There's not much content in it. But anyhow, hope your stream was well. And I'm guessing you're pretty tired. Hope you have a good rest. Alright. Shall continue on with this. It's quite frustrating actually. I'd hoped to exact my revenge on you in a different venue. But I'll have to take what I can get. I never thought I'd see the day. When a disciple of the House of Von Karma would become a criminal, have you no shame? Wait, it has all been a big misunderstanding. I didn't kill the victim. A misunderstanding? I heard all about the murder over the police radio from the captain himself. You waited for the victim on the first floor and then beat him to death. Franziska, do you honestly believe that I killed a man? I suppose I should reserve judgment until after I have investigated this for myself. I can put your arrest on hold until then. That's as it should be. Ha! I don't need a lecture on how to perform my duties from you of all people. Seems to be Pedro. To be perfect in every way. The fulfillment of that creed alone is all I strive for. Well, I have my own creed which I must fulfill, so why don't we solve this together? I have to get going. The crime scene awaits. Don't you dare leave town. Trust me, I have no intention to. Detective Gumshoe! Yes, sir. Hey, Gumshoe is here as well. Too slow. Oh! Listen up. I'm leaving you in charge of watching this man. Don't mess up, to understand? Mr. Edgeworth, I'm supposed to got him. A simple yes or no, detective. Yes, sir. Understood, sir. You just leave it to me. Miles Edgeworth, if you interfere with my investigation, I'll arrest you on the spot. Are we clear? Now then, if you'll excuse me. Good to see you again, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Boy, am I glad to see you okay. Thank you, Detective. I believe in you, sir. You can lean on me. I'll get you through this. I have to admit, I'm a bit curious to what Franziska is up to. Maybe I should ask the good detective. Very well. In that case, I have a few questions for you. How is your salary? Can I deduct it even more? So how is the initial investigation going? We just shipped his body off to the coroner's office. We're taking statements now, sir. It sounds like Franziska. She was always good at quick responses to a case. I'd say she was a little too quick, sir. Oh, how so? I rushed over as soon as I got word of the affair, sir. Somehow, I got there. His Von Carver was already here, barking out orders at everyone. It was kind of creepy, as though she knew there had to be a murder or something. They had come here and possibly eat your flight's arrival. That is sort of odd. She did show up rather quickly and out of the blue. Plus, I still don't know why she's here in America. There must be some backstory to all of this. These from Karma just kind of popped up at the prosecutor's office about a week ago, sir. Something about chasing down leads related to a certain incident. No details. It's kind of top secret, so she can't talk about it, even with me, sir. Knowing her, the only type of talking she likes to do is with her whip. Plus, I doubt the top secret part was what stopped her from talking to you, detective. Jake's up, he's poor enough already. Although, I wonder if her case has anything to do with mine. Anyway, it's all about the info I have, sir. We should find more as we investigate. Yes, it is high time to resume my investigation. Starting with talking to the people involved in this case afresh. Let's talk to the kid. He's involved, right? This child seems to be happily enjoying the sight of so many planes. I'm all excited to see this many planes too. Just look at the size of these things.
You like planes too, mister? The balance between the main wings and tail wings is really something, huh?
Ha! It seems that this child derives his pleasure from a different aspect. Oh, but I've also got a thing for a shape of the wings too.
Yeah, mister. You can stand next to me. So what about that plane's wing?
Tisk. Thank you, detective, for leaving me out of this conversation. Yeah, how much information can out your leaks to Phoenix? No one's gonna let him know about secrets. But Phoenix is friend, so friend can tell secrets. Looking from behind, I think I've seen this man somewhere before. It's Soviet, it's Soviet Russia. World flags, lunchboxes, eat you. Yeah, he's like the nerd that speaks in lead speech or something. Frowning face, emoji. I don't know, man. Mr. Edward, we've got to get him some water. Damn it, lol. I feel a wave of creative powers coming on. It's over 9,000. Lols. Does anyone really talk like that in real life? I feel like I've never seen a single person who talks like that in real life. Maybe they would message like that, but not talk like that. But then again, this is a very, very dated way of like texting. It's like the 2000s kind of like time when this was still a thing.
For my lead movie, it's gonna be the Steel Samurai Warrior of the Near Old Tokyo.
I do talk like that with my classmates sometimes. What? Heal me. No. You were the chosen one.
This is the World Samurai Champion of Earth. It's gonna rock so many boxers.
Oh, it was a false alarm, right, Mr. Edward? So, the Steel Samurai is finally getting a movie. Because it's really okay. Completely ignoring me as usual. Special appearance, I guess. This man was in first class with me. He was quite shaken up by the whole affair. I'd be pretty scared too if I got caught up in a murder investigation, sir.
I did it. I made it to the whole flight. I am not scared of turbulence anymore. This life vest is proof I made it alive. It's now my prized possession.
How could you just take that from the plane? It's okay, Mr. Ashworth. It's got nothing to do with the murder, at least. I think he bought it as a souvenir, right? They sold it in a shop. Lunchland. Not bad. I guess it's gotten big enough to warrant its own brunch shops. Oh, I've always wanted to give their steak lunch a try. Or is this the lunchbox lady detective? She has expanded her enterprise, her franchise. Which should I go with? I recommend our airport special, World Flags lunchboxes, only available for a limited time. We have a variety of lunchboxes made up to look like different countries' flags. If you really want one that badly, detective, why don't you go ahead and buy one? Is that okay, sir? Thanks. Alright, I'm really gonna get one. Here I go. Excuse me, miss. I'll take a Star Spangled Banner lunchbox, please. I hope he's aware that that's the most expensive one on the menu. This is gonna be, oh no, my salary for the month is all gone. Oh, do I go back to the airport now? I guess. It's the captain. So, you must be the captain. Why, yes, I am. And who might you be? I am the prodigy prosecutor, Francisca von Karma, and I have a few questions for you. Don't you dare, Captain. Getting friendly with another woman? I'll never forgive you if you do. What are you talking about? I only have eyes for you, my dear Cammy. I wouldn't bet money on our dear captain to be much of a reputable person. Well, you don't want to ask that captain some questions, sir. He was in the cockpit the entire time. I highly doubt that he would know anything of use. Anyway, I like to leave the type of witness to Francisca and her whip. Yes, with the captain. Oh! did Miles just like chuckled to himself? Now that you see here. Oink. Sorry, I'm sorry. How long do you intend to hold me? It is impossible for me to be a criminal, I told you. Mr. LeBlanc. Oh, it is you. Tell this man to stop stopping me from going. Time is money. I don't have even 1 second per waste of time to waste, spread. Okay, spread? I don't know, man. Spend, sorry. Did you finish taking his statement yet? Yup, all done, sir. I do not concern it if you are not done examining the cargo hold. I want my cargo back. If you make a single scratch on my art, you will pay. Art? What sort of art? Mr. LeBlanc is an art dealer, so he's got a bunch of artwork down in the cargo hold, sir. There's practically a mountain of them, large and small. From focus costumes to stones and statues, I sell all kinds of arts. Folk costumes. Speaking of which, Mr. LeBlanc's hat kind of looks like that other piece of cloth. Hey, it's a clue, a very obvious clue. Mr. LeBlanc, can you please take a look at this for me? Oh, it is Porcinian cloth. As I suspected, your hat is made of the same material, I suppose. Yes, of course. This fabric is so famous, orders come from over the seas from more. The famous Porcini has been sold by blood. And this is the cargo you were talking about earlier. No. My cargo this time is much gigantic. You're a detective. When can I have my cargo moved? You can get your cargo back when we're done investigating, pal. Stop and suffer your police. It is not good. It is not good that the attendant refuses to exit the attendant's room too. That attendant. Wonder who is talking about Miss Tenero. Okay. What did you mean by that attendant, Mr. LeBlanc? She was taken into the attendant's room for her interview, but they will still have not come out. They make no sign of coming out either. I was finished with my own interview much earlier, quicker than her. Why is Miss Tenero's interview the only one that's taking up so much time? Miles Edgeworth, you were given free rein to re-examine the plane, weren't you? Yes, I was able to obtain cooperation to flight attendants. Speaking of attendants, I'd like to speak with Miss Tenero. I wonder if you might grant me permission to enter the flight attendant's room. Before I do, I still have to clear up a few issues surrounding your own circumstances. I understand. You may have tricked those attendants with your sophisticated talking, but you can't pull the wool out of my eyes, Miles Edgeworth. Ta-da! Let's not complicate things and go with the most obvious conclusion. The scene of the crime was here, in the very lounge the body was discovered. From the time the victim was seen here calling for an attendant until his body was found. The only person in this lounge the entire time was you, Miles Edgeworth. This, unmistakably, makes you the unlikeliest suspect. The likeliest suspect, Francisca. Do you have a problem with that? No, it's not like you use such vague wording. You're usually a bit more absolute. I'm simply trying to watch out for you. Or is my kindness too hard for you to comprehend? Thank you. Your leniency is unnecessary, for I will prove my innocence soon enough. If I want to continue my investigation, I'll have to break a line of logic fast. Is every conversation with like Miles just like going to be fighting with everyone? It does feel like it, like he's arguing with everyone. Completed scope to put scene of the crime was here in the very lounge the body was discovered.
Hold it!
So tell me, Francisca, do you know all there is to know about the crime scene? I know all that I need to know in order to arrest you. And nothing more. Are you saying there is more I need to know? Why did you whip me, sir? Sorry, Scruffy. My hands must have slipped. It would appear that Francisca doesn't have all the facts of this case yet. Until can I present some evidence already? The scene of the crime was here, in the very lounge the body was discovered. This was used to transport the body. It was designed by Miss Rhoda Tenero. He was there in his seat when he took a brief stop, blah 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 blah. Something being dragged. The evidence is relevant. I don't know. It's his statement. I should be using to contradict it. Until his body was found. From the time the victim was seen calling for it.
Hold it!
What do you mean by seen? Please stop pretending like you don't know. It's insulting. Obviously, I'm talking about
how Mr. Hicks was seen calling for an attendant at 5 a.m. And then from the time after that call until the body was found. The entire time was found. Yo, how's Ashworth? Okay. I feel like I really don't, I'm confused here, so I'm just gonna like do this. Check out the answer for it so that we don't waste too much time just randomly choosing stuff. Okay, it's a second statement choosing the suitcase. It was that second statement. Choosing the suitcase. What is the correct answer? It's kind of a stretch though. The suitcase doesn't say yes, it was in a different place or something. It just say it was used to transport to a different place. It would appear that you did not have all the information you needed after all. And what does that mean? I found a nice piece of evidence just before I was forced to stop investigating. A piece that proves that the body was moved from a different location. The killer used this suitcase to move the victim's body, meaning that the real scene of the crime is not this lounge at all.
Objection!
Now who's the one rashly jumping to conclusions? Excuse me? All you did was find this piece of cloth inside the suitcase. That doesn't prove that the body was moved. It could be that the killer simply chose that suitcase as a good place to hide the cloth. I expected you would come to that conclusion. It would seem I can't escape that easily. You should know better than that. Von Karma is perfect in every way. Ah, but did you know that the killer definitely wheeled this suitcase around at some point?
Objection!
As if there is proof of that. Is the proof that this suitcase was moved around? Yes.
Take that!
Spilled grape juice in front of the elevator? Yes, and I'd like to draw your attention to this area here. Where is the evidence that proves the killer dragged the suitcase through the... here? Or here? Right here.
Take that!
This mark here, wouldn't you say that it looks suspiciously like tracks from two wheels? I suppose. Further, there's also grape juice residue on the wheels of the suitcase. This means that the suitcase containing the victim's body definitely passed through here. I suppose this means that the killer did move the victim's body from somewhere else. I'm glad you've come to your senses.
Objection!
Not so fast. This still doesn't put you in the clear, not by a long shot. You prepared yourself and acquired a piggy bank before the plane hit that turbulence. And then you waited for the victim in the lounge where you beat him to death. Then while you were in the elevator with the victim's body stuffed into the suitcase, the plane hit that patch of turbulence and out flew the body from within the suitcase. With no way out, you hastily put the suitcase back where you had taken it from, and pretended to be the discoverer of the body.
Hydrate.
Hey, hey Ethan, welcome. I shall hydrate. Yes, we're doing some Ace Attorney. Yum 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 yum. It's refreshing water. Right. Not a bit bad of logic for something you thought on the fly. Just what are you insinuating? That I will show you exactly how flawed your logic is. No matter how strong a face you put on, not even you can hide your fears from me. I'll expose the flaws in her logic in one fell swoop. Boing.
Quite a piggy bank before playing hit that turbulence. Do I just present this after the turbulence? Say hello, Wi-Fi is bad. I want to say hello, and I'm in a t-shirt and shorts while it's damn. Why are you not wearing more clothes, Ethan? You should wear more clothes. Don't get sick, don't get hurt, you know, all that stuff. Yeah, but that was easy. The fact that you took this piece of evidence into account into your testimony. It's warm. I would probably have like shivered to death. It is to be commended. Your legal prowess is certainly something to be feared. Evidence and logic, essential tools that those who would stand in the courtroom must learn to master. But what if there was a fake piece of evidence thrown into the mix? A fake? This Captain Hugo piggy bank is just such a fake. It is not the real murder weapon. What? The timing of when the bag was taken from the shop is important, and it was taken after the turbulence had occurred. I just gotta go. Wi-Fi is getting me again. You still have fun? Alright, take care, Ethan. Thank you for dropping by.
But then, what about the blood on the bank? What do you make of it at?
I assume it was added after the murder was taken. When the killer fabricated this weapon. Look at it this way. The killer basically did three things after the turbulence. Exiting the elevator. The killer brought the suitcase to the shop and left it there. The killer proceeded to pick the bank up from off the floor and took it to fabricate a murder weapon by hitting the victim on the head. Finally, the victim's wallet was planted on my personage, in my pocket to be precise. Everything was done so that I would be framed for the murder of Mr. Acby Hicks.
You there?
Yes, ma'am?
Other than this piggy bank, was anything else resembling a murder weapon found?
We didn't find anything in this lounge or in the shop that could be used as one, ma'am. Most of the items that could have been used were broken during the turbulence. And remaining items all tested negative for any trace of blood.
I see. Well, Miles Edgeworth, it appears your stall tactics are at the end.
It's possible it's just here somewhere, sir. Here.
If the criminal had wanted to hide the weapon in a safer place, I think the weapon would have been hidden in the same place as the bloody cloth.
Exactly what I was thinking. Because the cloth was hidden inside that suitcase, it signals to me that this killer had not prepared a more secure place to hide the evidence. Which means that the real murder weapon is either still on the murderer's personage or is still at the real crime scene.
Objection!
There is one more possibility, and that would be that the piggy bank is in fact the real weapon. But then we just...
Let me finish. The killer took the bank out from the display case before turbulence by opening the lock on the display case door. And it was at the time that the glass pane in the door was broken. I'd say that's a perfectly reasonable line of reasoning, wouldn't you? Let's see. So that means that the killer had the key to the display case.
That's Siska, the person you're talking about.
Not so fast. I'm not finished. The person I'm talking about also committed another sin. She tricked the captain and granted you permission to conduct your investigation. Yes, it is the sin of lying. Speaking of which, I recall that you also wish to speak with her.
Yes.
Very well. Permission granted. But only if I can sit in on your interrogation. Do we understand each other?
I've no intention of interrogating her, but you are welcome to accompany me if you so wish.
Miss Teniro is in the flight attendant's room. Let's move.
Let's go. What's this? Professional style. Okay. Keep out, coming clean. Teniro. And I guess that next locker is meals locker. It's okay. There are bunk beds. Damn. Pretty big bunk beds. Also, why is there like a telephone? Giant telephone. I'm guessing the neat one is Needles and a really messy one is meals. Alright, because I've seen everything.
So you're the one that poked around inside this plane without the captain's permission. Deviating from the flight attendant's manual is very unbecoming, you know? What were you hoping to accomplish by doing that? Miss Teniro. Mr. Edgeworth, you're here too. Here too? Can you please help us and shed some light on why did you do what you did? Alright.
Hey, that's a lot of treasure here. It's all the gold and stuff.
There's all this junk inside these boxes. There's no rhyme or reason to any of it. It's our lost and found, Miss Edgeworth.
Gold crowns and swords and necklaces. It's like a treasure trove in here, sir.
The fact that these were left on the plane implies they were carried onto it to begin with. Something tells me it's time for Go-You to send its metal detectors out for repairs.
Indeed.
On those suitcases designed by the Miss Teniro, you can tell it's hardly ever been used by the lack of even a single scratch on it.
Why is it in the room though?
What are inside these boxes? Oh, those are some souvenirs I bought in Virginia.
There's so many. It's even a second box.
Well, yes. I find that folk art from around the world does great things for my creativity. Those suitcases certainly could have done with a whole lot less of your creativity.
Damn. Yes. Use your inside voice, Miles. Don't say it out loud.
What exactly is this panel for? Oh, that's the emergency control panel for the elevator. It uses to stop the elevator on the first floor and to keep its doors open.
Also, apparently I can go here. Oh, it's... Oh, okay. I thought... Oh, okay. So this is what... Where does this lead?
Miles Edgeworth, isn't there something that you should be doing right now?
Of course.
I should be asking Miss Teniro on her side of the story. That's right. And how does that have anything to do with that? What's over there?
Nothing really.
If you already knew that, then why don't you hurry up with our interrogation already?
Damn. Okay. So I'll just go here.
Why did you lie about receiving the captain's permission like that? Because I didn't think I would be able to get his permission.
What do you mean?
Captain, he only has ears for Cammy. I spoke with the captain a little earlier myself. He definitely seems to be rather taken with Miss Meal. Yes, and on top of that, I mistakenly accused Mr. Edgeworth of being the killer. I wanted to make amends.
In that case, please allow me to thank you for what you did. Thanks to you, I was able to clear myself of all charges.
Really? You were able to prove your innocence? Oh, thank goodness.
Miss Teniro, isn't it? There's one more thing I'd like to ask you. You were in the in-flight shop just before the turbulence, weren't you? Please answer honestly.
Yes, I was. And why was you there? Well,
Why the sudden hesitation?
Francisca seems to have struck a nerve. All I did was go check up on the shop like I always do. You're saying it was for our work then? Yes, I'm in charge of the shop, so I have to keep an eye on it. I don't have any reason to go there otherwise. After your visit to the shop, you pay a visit to this room, correct? Yes, I came back to freshen up and adjust my makeup. I'm sorry, but there isn't much else to tell. Mr. Nero claims to have no reason other than duty to go to the shop. But is that all there is to it? Maybe I should ask her about that thing. That thing? What thing we're talking about? This thing? If you could please take a look at this for me, Mr. Nero. Oh, that suitcase. Yes, about this suitcase. You are the one who designed it, correct? I think I figured something else about it. The suitcase is the reason you went to the shop, isn't it? There's nothing you won't find out eventually, is there? Won't you please tell me more about this suitcase? Yes, I was interested in seeing how the suitcases I had designed were selling. I knew that as a service professional, I'm not supposed to care. I really wanted to know. I was glad to see that it was the last one there.
Doo-doo.
The last one there?
Some big contradiction happening, yo.
So you're saying, Mr. Nero, that the suitcase in question was the last one? Yes, they're just so popular, they're practically flying off the shelves. It's not exactly the impression I got. The one in the shop is most definitely the last one.
Smiling forcefully.
Well, we're currently looking at that suitcase. Really? I guess we sold all of them. Thank you very much for taking the last one. I didn't say anything about buying it. And say you'll buy it. I'm sorry, I can't. But why? I think it'll agree with your complexion, Mr. Edgeworth. It really suits you. I guarantee it personally as a service professional. Well, that is... How should I put this? It's hideous. What?
Maybe that was a bit too direct. Was it, Edgeworth? Was it a bit too direct?
Moving on. My issue with the suitcases isn't the design. It's the number of them remaining. Remaining? There were 2 suitcases in the in-flight shop when I investigated it. 2? But that's impossible. I'm sure there was only one. Looks like her story has generated quite a contradiction. When I left the shop, I'm positive there was only 1 suitcase left. Something is amiss here. What could be the meaning of this inconsistency? By the way, Mr. Nero, what is one of those suitcases doing here? That's... I thought you said there was only 1 left. That one is, it's mine. I've used it for a very long time now.
Wow, 1,200 bucks. What kind of suitcase is that? I mean, the suitcases do go up really, become really high up in that price, but still.
She's used it for a long time? I think not. Mr. Nero, I appreciate if you wouldn't lie to me. Excuse me? I don't believe for even 1 second that you've used this for a very long time.
What proves that it hasn't been used for a long time? The price tag. Unless you're, you know, that's your thing, you'll leave price tags on things that you bought.
Tell me, Mr. Nero, is it also your habit to keep the price tag pristine on your suitcase? What is the meaning of this? Why would you lie about your suitcase? Despite having faith in the design sense, the sales numbers made her cry bitter tears. The truth is becoming increasingly clear to me. Miss Teniro, I think I understand. I know what you are trying to hide. Now then, the suitcase was originally in the in-flight shop. Seeing as the price tag is still on this suitcase, one can only assume it was out on the floor for sale in the shop. The person who brought this suitcase was... yourself!
Take that!
It was you, wasn't it, Miss Teniro? I hate to say this, but this suitcase that you designed, it hasn't sold very well, has it? You saw how poorly this design that you poured your heart into was selling, and were deeply hurt. That's why you wanted to make it look like it was selling by buying it yourself. Isn't that right? Then, the reason you went to the shop and came back here thus... I'm sorry. All I really want to have is my job. I was overjoyed when my design was chosen. I thought that maybe I have finally accomplished something. But the suitcases didn't sell. It's because of the design, isn't it? Or because it's, as you put it, hideous. I can't say they chose a great place in which to sell them either. We weren't selling a single one, and they were just sitting there collecting dust. I felt so bad seeing them day in and day out. So I decided to buy one for every flight I worked. Buy one every single time you work in a flight? I see. So in order to keep your resolution, you went and bought one today as well. Yes, and here's my receipt for that purchase. You give yourself money? Yeah. This receipt is clearly time-stamped 5:40 a.m. The truth is, there's still a bunch of them left unsold. I'm planning to scrap the remaining ones at the end of this flight. Miss Teniro, where are these other suitcases? They should all be down in the cargo hold. Then, the suitcase the killer used could very well have come from the cargo hold. Mr. Edgeworth, you don't think that the killer used one of my suitcases to... Yes, I do. The killer used one of your beloved suitcases to move the victim's body. How could they? Those suitcases were meant to be faithful partners to our passengers on their trips. That's all I ever wish for them to be. Mr. Nero, is there any other way to get to the cargo hold other than the elevator? The only other way is just through that door there. And what about security? That door has no special lock installed because just to enter this room, you need a special keycard that only crew members have access to. Which means that the culprit is someone who can enter this room, eliminating the passengers and leaving only crew members as potential suspects. I can't believe it. Yes, Franziska? Going on these wild goose chases, you're a disgrace to the Von Karamanni. What do you mean by that? The suitcase came from the cargo hold. That fact alone tells the whole story. Yes, which is why I said the culprit must be a crew member who used their keycard. Miles Edgeworth, you're proposing that the killer rode the elevator from the cargo hold, correct? Yes, that's the only realistic possibility. That other attendant, Miss Meal, I asked her earlier, and she had this to say. Franziska got information out of Miss Meal? In order to make the elevator go down to the cargo hold, a different keycard is required. A different one. Yes, and the only person who holds that particular card is you, Miss Rhoda Teniro, and only you. What? What? Is this true, Miss Teniro? Yes, I keep that keycard in my locker at all times. Could you please show us that keycard right now? Yes, hold on. I don't believe it.
What's wrong?
The keycard, it's gone. Ha ha ha. Very clever. Pretending that your card was stolen, when in fact you're just trying to hide it from us. You've really thought this through. Wait, it's not like that. You can tell us all about what it's like it down at the station. Officer, arrest this woman.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Ashworth.
Sorry, bro. Don't have evidence.
What's wrong? What's wrong? There's a disbelief written all over your face. Francisca, I know that you are the lead investigator on this case. However, hold it. Don't even think about wasting any more of my time. You know the rules as well as I do. Evidence speaks louder than words. Even if this isn't a courtroom, that basic tenet still applies. I intend to investigate the cargo hold now. What will you do, Miles Edwards?
I intend to do likewise. Oh man, that's long. This is a long, long thing. I think I can finish this in like before dinner time. Let me check how much more there is. That probably is actually another quite a bit more. Yeah, I think I'll have to stop here. How long has it been? 2 hours 30 minutes. Oh well, it's a bit shorter than last session, but gotta pace it correctly. I'll say very weird. And yeah, anyhow, this shall be it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the stream. It's nice voicing Francisca again. I feel like I lost my German accent. Maybe, I don't know, man. I never really had a German accent. Anyhow, this will be it. Anyone that's watching the VOD, hope you enjoyed it. If you did, maybe give a like, a sub. I don't know. You know, it'll help. Okay. Alright, take care, stay hopeful, but be critical. Bye bye, everyone. Bye bye.